Who cares? It's fine.
Stay like that. Trust me.
Hi, my name is Ben.
Is it his bill? The bill of his cap?
Yeah. But then, like, if I move.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ben and Anthony here, and welcome to the bar for our featured review of
Wonder Woman. It came out. It's going to come out this weekend for you guys. We just saw it tonight. We're doing a review for you. It's directed by Patty Jenkins.
Wow. I just gotta say, so far this movie has gotten a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. Of course, we always say wait because this is just coming out. It literally just came out today, so it's something to where take it with a grain of salt. But I think this was
The buzz was right?
I ate all the salt. This movie was amazing. You know what? Let's just get right into it, guys. So Wonder Woman, of course, it's the origin story of Wonder Woman. This is what the story is about. It's about, the
Amazonians.
The Amazonians, because like kind of the stories behind the Amazonians, right? How they were created, how it was done, and of course the main Amazonian, which if you've read about Wonder Woman, she is the main one. She's the
Diana, the princess of the
yes, and Wonder Woman is played by Gadot. Gadot. Sorry, I want to say Gadot, but then that would make me look stupid. She did amazing. She is Wonder Woman now. She is officially Wonder Woman in my eyes.
Yes, actually, you're right. At first, I didn't see her as Wonder Woman, but now I do.
I did as well. I wanted to see, a more. I'm not gonna say like big and bulky, but she think it's bad of me saying that she looked flimsy because she was in the army, but she was in a military, I believe. She actually trained with military, so she has a lot of military background. She's a badass, hands down. She's a badass. She plays this role so perfect, to where the point it's like when you just say it.
But her beauty is distracting. There's things in this movie were just like
she kind of goes.
God, there's a lot of like Mac commercial or something. Going
there is a lot because there's certain parts where like it's after a battle scene and she goes. And she's still flawless from head to toe.
Lips are amazing.
She's perfect for the part, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see where she brings in the future because they are, as you know, they're already planning a part 2, I believe. And of course, Justice League is coming up around the corner, so we're so excited for that.
We're very excited for that.
But besides that, I do want to talk about someone else that caught me completely off guard, which I thought was great. Was Stephen Trevor, played by Chris Pine. You've seen him in Star Trek. He is what's his name? I'm so sorry. Captain
Tiberius?
No, Captain his name is Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Sorry guys. He did extremely well.
We did not see that at all.
I didn't. I seen him in the trailers. I saw what he was. They didn't really, what I loved about it is in the trailers, they didn't really shine on him. They shined on Wonder Woman. Of course, that's your main character of the story. But he did such a good job as Trevor. He made me care. He made me care for the character. The movie has a lot of...
And as the story progresses, like you get more... I don't know. There's more like... One of the good things about this movie, and I know we're going to say this later on in the review, but this is not a regular DC movie.
It's not.
No, it's actually much better.
Exactly. I didn't feel a DC vibe right away.
Not at all.
Right away. I felt it towards the end. I did see parts of like... Man of Steel. I saw parts of Batman versus Superman.
Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, Dawn of Justice, as we want to call it, because it's not Batman versus Superman. Yeah. But I did see parts of that, and that was good. It didn't take the bad parts of it; it took the good parts of it,
and there was a lot of laughs.
Exactly. There was a good mixture. There was romance. There was the horror points. There was kind of like terror. There was action, a bunch of action, great action because it's an action movie, of course. And they had comedy. Comedy was in the movie. It was such a little things here and there that kind of like toilet humor, you could say, but it was funny. It was a good toilet humor. It was a great way to bring in, that soft side to the way this movie kind of looked. Because
and it's also appropriate for the times because this is like World War II, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because this whole movie was shot dark. It looked kind of in a grayscale. There were certain parts where there's like sun and stuff, but it was mostly grayscale because of the era that it was in. And speaking of that era, the visuals to me look beautiful. The scenery, even though there was costumes were great. the visuals, even though most of the places were kind of torn down because it is World War II,
Right.
you felt it. You felt like you were there during that era, and it was great. It was beautifully shot. I think
It reminded me of Fury. Remember that movie with Brad Pitt?
yes, I do. It did remind me a lot of Fury. It gave you well, World War II. It gave you those vibes. It gave you those beautiful vibes. And also, besides, the main parts where we're shot, the CGI wasn't too bad. I did have some gripes in certain scenes just because there was a lot of CGI going on, but some of it was pretty good. One of the big ones was the lasso. I think the lasso looked great. It looked amazing.
Yes.
I was
delivered.
Yes, I was scared it was gonna look way too animated, but no, it had a perfect amount. But yeah, overall this movie was great.
One of the things that I like about this movie is that you kind of get 3 different movies in one. You get her in the beginning as a young child. You see her on Paradise Island. You get to see the Amazonians, and you get to see mixed races, which I thought was rather cool. There's a lot of little hidden things in this movie that you have to kind of observe. It's not just like popcorn movie and explosions and a hot chick. There's actual little threads of things that are happening in the current times, and they incorporate into the film, which I thought was really good. The second part, or the second act of the movie, is very World War II.
Yes, exactly.
And then the third act, which for me was a little lacking, a little long. It was very action-packed.
Yes, and we're not going to spoil anything in this one. We don't want to do it. We are going to have a spoiler part a little bit there. I will warn you before we go into that because I don't want you guys to get upset with that. But overall, like, this movie is it's the direction DC needs. It's badly deserves. And it gets me excited for the future.
An inflection of blood that they need.
Exactly.
Right?
Like, Marvel's doing such a great job. We know that, right? And we know it's going to keep going good. But DC's been such lagging ever since the 3 Batman trilogies, which, the Dark Knight trilogies. Ever since then, everything's been pretty iffy. Man of Steel was okay, kind of bringing you into it. But looking at this is the perfect direction. The way they brought in Wonder Woman, there are some gripes in the sense of length of the movie.
Yeah.
We can say, of course, we always say this in every video we do. It is long. There are scenes you could cut and trim, maybe 20, 30 minutes of the movie that you probably don't need.
Most definitely.
Yeah, but overall, it's a movie to go watch. It's a movie to go pay your money and go watch it, because guess what, DC fans? We got it. We got what we've been wanting for the longest time, which was a movie
with substance.
Not only substance, but it gives you to the new fans and the old fans put into one, that 50%.
Maybe the fly in your soup. Her costume.
Okay.
Oh my god, I do not really like her costume from the waist down. I mean, everything from the waist up is good.
And the theme song, right? You didn't like the theme song?
And I didn't like the theme song. It's a little too bombastic for me.
And again, this is the thing. This channel is dedicated to Era. So I have to say, to me, I love the way the armor looked. They didn't make her look girly in any way. Well, it still was,
voluptuous or
here coverage, and the rest is open.
Yeah.
But it still made her look badass. The song, it fit with the action scenes that we saw. Again, I wasn't a big Wonder Woman fan when I was, younger. I didn't see a lot of it. Maybe that was the male side of me, whatever.
And I grew up with the Linda Carter and also the Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, and I didn't have those.
So for me, I have a very strong image of what Wonder Woman is. And you know what? Like we said in the beginning of the video, Gal Gadot does bring it to this.
Yes, she is Wonder Woman.
Let's fix her costume in the next one.
Yeah, so overall, it was a great film. We both say it. Go and watch this film.
Most definitely. But
before, we're going to jump into something else. But right away, let's get into the score. What are you going to give this movie?
I'm going to give this movie an 8.
I'll give it a 9. Overall, I think it's a movie to go watch. I can't give it a 10 because of length. There is a little, like we talked about, bad, like, villain problems that I talk about. Like,
you don't haven't even talked about him, General Ludendorff.
Yeah, Ludendorff. It's Danny Houston. He comes out in actually the MCU. He was actually in the Wolverine movie, the original.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I forget his name because he was barely there. Well, he was actually the main villain there. But he's the one that made Wolverine. He's the one.
Again, we have weak villains in both those.
Exactly, and it's something to where, again, the reason I cannot give this a perfect 10 is just that villain wasn't there. It wasn't there. But overall, great film, good action, good amount of comedy, good overall. DC, thank you for this. This is the way it's supposed to be going.
Thank you, Patty Jenkins.
Yes. All right, guys. So this is the part where I'm going to tell you, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Hang on. Spoiler alert. Okay.
Alert. If you do not want to see any of the spoilers, please, cut the film here. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. We love you guys.
Have a great weekend.
Please like and share it down below and comment down below as well. But overall, we're going to get into spoilers because I feel like this movie deserves it. We do want to talk a little bit more about certain things about the movie that we loved and hated. So you know what? Let's get right into it. Again, I'm going to give you a couple seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're going in. the villain twist that they gave me.
It's a swerve, right?
It is. There's like 5 villains in this movie, and the main one is actually Ares, the god of war. They go into a lot of Greek mythology here. They go into a lot
Which was beautiful in the beginning.
Yeah, so it's David Thulis. He actually was one of the professors in Harry Potter. He was one of the werewolves in part 3, I believe, Azkaban, Prisoner of Azkaban. So he was in that one. Wow, he caught me off guard because I did not know he was going to be Ares.
Not at all. He looked a little suspicious,
yes.
right? I'm not gonna look. He looked too good to be true. But the thing in the marketing is you see there's like Dr. Poison, this woman who has like a messed up face, and you think, oh, when is she gonna start becoming bad? Oh, when is she gonna jump in? And she kind of never does.
She gives me the Iron Man 3. What's his name? What was the one that was supposed to be? The Chinese guy, right? Yes, Mandarin.
Yeah.
It gives me that vibe where it's supposed to be this, but it's not this. It's someone
like
else.
a red herring.
And it was like, but it wasn't as bad as Iron Man 3. The Ares was really good. It did kind of give me what I wanted in the sense of a fight in a final fight scene. It reminded me of Man of Steel's fight between Superman
and Zod.
That scene of destruction, everything's being destroyed, gods versus gods, and this is what this movie's about.
And you needed that scene because you get to see Superwoman. You get to see Wonder Woman becoming like the strong person that she needs it to believe that she's like, you know what, I am confident enough and I'm gonna have to take this guy down.
But it also gives you the good thing about Gal, is that she gives you that romance with Steve. You know, that's another part of this movie. You don't really see that romance scene a lot.
And I was actually surprised. I thought that they were gonna be interrupted,
like friends. I thought they were gonna be like homies. You know, that's what I thought. And no, they like become love interest, and they went all the way kind of thing. And I cared.
Kind of hinted at in the beginning, right?
Kind of like it was gonna go somewhere, and I loved it because they made me care. Here comes a spoiler, guys. Steve dies. Steve dies in a
and she gets pregnant.
Yeah, she does not get pregnant, but she dies, and I cared. It made me feel like, damn, like we lost a great character.
Yep. Chris
Pine made me feel that, like that last scene where he shoots it, like, oh my god, when she screams,
right?
I got chills across my body. Like it was something so good. Like these actors did such a great job when she jumps out of the trench and she runs towards the army. That vibe when she goes into that Batman scene. So one of my favorite scenes in Batman vs Superman was the Batman scene where he kicks everybody's butt saving Martha.
Right.
Wonder Woman had that type of scene, and oh my god, beautiful, man.
Like we said, you guys really need to go see this film.
Go watch this film.
It's satisfying.
Exactly. All right, guys, thank you for watching the video, and go ahead and hit that like button and comment down below what's your DC movie that you're looking forward to. There's like Aquaman, there's Justice League. I think there's gonna be a Wonder Woman 2.
Is there Cyborg in there?
I don't know if those are being confirmed yet, which I think they might do it. Might as well. But I'm looking forward to Aquaman. You know, it's a kind of a twist, Polynesian twist, you could say.
Yes.
But I'm looking forward to that.
Don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, but our favorite is Instagram. We post there daily.
Yeah, and don't forget to share the video with your friends, other movie fanatics that might like this kind of review. Alright guys, if you like this review and other hub news that we have on here, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos. Have a good one.